Pacific Northwest, the battle to claim the Apple Cup, always hotly contested. And even when these teams have struggled and winless seasons have been part of the equation, that just intensified the resolve to bring home the apples. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see, the number 22 team in the country, the Washington State Cougars, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Westbrook. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Washington State's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Washington, as it so often has over the years, dominated the last time they saw the Cougs.
That was a statement win for Washington. We now play in the Big Ten. Washington State, you do not. And they wanted to put everybody on notice. They blew out the Cougars.
And that's just not fun if you're a Washington State fan. You've seen Washington win this over and over again. They go to a bigger and better conference. You're left behind. You at least want to get the apple. Last year you didn't. This year you got to bite at the apple.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. That's caught. It's Thorne. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Back to throw. It's Duggar. Makes the grab. At the 35, he's loose. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Rides the back and leaves it. Oh, it's a fumble. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So Washington's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know.
Turning it on! Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to get it himself.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. The Huskies look to keep this drive humming. He's going to let it go. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Huskies will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on 3rd. Caught near the sticks. It's Eldridge. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Huskies have pushed it inside the 20. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Washington. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Hale. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it to credit. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been burnt the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Power football with the run. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Cougars. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, we've got a winner in the battle of the Willamette Valley between Oregon and Oregon State. Oregon was anything but dominant today, but the Ducks are going to leave Autzen Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Hands it off on the counter. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Duggar. Looking deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Washington State will have to boot it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. There he goes. The 20, the 10, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Huskies.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Handoff from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. A continual subplot since these two first squared off in 1900 is Washington State trying to prove it deserves the same respect and status as UW.
And I think oftentimes the great rivalries out west are forgotten in college football. This game between Washington and Washington State is absolutely fantastic, and I'm so happy that with conference realignment, they were able to keep this game on the schedule because it is always fun to watch.
It is fun, and it's for the Apple Cup. And here's the cool thing. These teams, they're not in the same conference anymore. They used to be for years. But this rivalry still lives because it still matters to the Washington and Washington State fans.
Punt is on its way. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Looking down the middle. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
The play action fake. Hard in the backfield. It's Thorne. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Gives it on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Washington State. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Got his man downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered.
A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like.
He's going for it all. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Duggar. Got his man. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. And the Cougars in a good spot here with second and short. This quarterback part of their running game. Oh, he's got some space.
I'll tell you what, dude, in today's football, I'm not starting a team without a guy that can do that at the quarterback spot. You see it. He hits the gas, pulls it down quickly, and just goes. Whether he's reading something, whether he's throwing, he is always a threat to run the football. He completely changes the way you play defense.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down. And now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up. And they better get him double teamed because they can't block him.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They punt it away on fourth down. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. The play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Catch in the middle, it's Washington. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Huskies come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Caught, close to the marker, it's Washington. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Got a man, it's Williams. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42, solid pickup on that one. The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Grab near the marker is Washington. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Williams.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The give to the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it.
Fires toward the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Unleashes one deep. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Never a doubt. Hold on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that.
Personal foul. Roughing the kick. Defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Washington State has it teed up, and we're ready to go here in the second half. Inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Got it in the middle, it's Hale. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And here comes the offense on second down. They'll run it from the gun. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go when you
on first down. Looking for a deep man. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Quickly complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Look at this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, this offense is already reeling down. Multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. Dropping back, it's Duggar. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they intercept, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger forced the turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Off the play fake on first down. Trying to take it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wazoo! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Right down the middle. That's caught. It's Williams. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. Part of the DNA has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better, that can make the right decisions, that can highlight your skill positions.
Gonna take a shot. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Looking for more room. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. So the touchdown will stand. Penalty on the defense waved off, and the points go on the board. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Conference USA action right now, fellas. Wait till you see how things are playing out. The home team is just getting blown off the field right now, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. New Mexico State has taken the life from this defense. I'm not sure I've ever seen anything quite like it. A thoroughly complete performance. They're trailing by 14 to New Mexico State. 2 fan bases with very different emotions in CUSA as we send it back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Makes a catch at the 15. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Huskies.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And they did tack on the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Pressure coming. Trying to get rid of it. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. Washington State sends out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. From the gun, the ground game. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to...
Going downfield for the big play. And it's incomplete. The defense knocks it away as we have knocked down 3 quarters and head to the 4th. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these 2 guys. From the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Caught near the sideline, it's crossing. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. Washington coming to the line with another 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. Finds him out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Use the play fake, now to throw. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Back to pass, it's Duggar. Extending the play. Turns it on in midfield. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. He'll do it himself on the draw.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Rush is on him. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Here's a heat. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They'll leave it with him. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game.
Turning it on! Touchdown, Washington! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the 2nd level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Dropping back, it's Duggar. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Washington State lines up quickly.
Well, and here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much so late in the game. The
quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Offense at an empty set. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the 1st down.
Man, does that sting. Defensively, you get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
This is an offense that has skill, and they've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now
breaks into the open. And the run and gets down to avoid contact. Washington State going back to work on 1st down. They'll throw it from the red zone. Unloads to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the 4th quarter, they barely have a...
And the rush will get to him at the 25. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. To the air, it's Duggar. He'll take a shot. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
Heat up them pass rushers and bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll run play action. Going for the big play. Brings it down on the right side. He's loose down the middle. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Husky. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Got room to work. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. To throw, it's Duggar. Got his man quickly. There he goes. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got a man. It's Thorne. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw on 1st down. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. The Huskies had that dog in them in this one, taking down the Cougs for the Apple Cup and the Governor's Trophy. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been